Will Donald Trump invoke the Insurrection Act to quell what is happening up in Minneapolis, Minnesota right now? Riots are happening, chaos is happening. It's been like this for a while now, especially since the shooting, the killing of Renee Good this past week, and people are just ramping up more and more, getting more crazy as the days go on, calling ICE, Nazis, the Gestapo. I even heard Joe Rogan mention that and saying, like, are we really going to have our federal agents become the Gestapo, go from person to person? You got your papers? You got your papers? I mean, if a federal officer came up to me and asked for my papers, I don't know. Would I show my driver's license? Is something that shows that I'm an American citizen, something that reflects my identity. But really what is happening up in Minneapolis is a microcosm of our situation as the United States. There have been so many illegal people that have come into our country. They were welcomed with open arms by Joe Biden, the previous president. And so that is where we're sitting at. We're overflowing with people that should not be here that got here. It just comes down to, like, what kind of country do we want to have? All right, the Insurrection Act is a U.S. law originally passed in 1807 that allows the president to deploy the military domestically and use it against American citizens to suppress rebellion, domestic violence, or to enforce federal law. The act has been invoked by 15 presidents and illegally by one Army general in response to 30 incidents, the latest of which was in 1992 in the Los Angeles riots. I think we are there. The Insurrection Act has probably been missed an opportunity multiple times. I'm thinking about 2020, the Summer of Love, the BLM riots that were taking place. That was chaos. And why Donald Trump did not invoke it at that point, it was a huge missed opportunity, whether he was just allowing things to take place so that he thought it might look good for him being elected, showing what the chaos could be, but it was under his watch. And I just see Donald Trump so often, he gives a lot of threats and he has a bold stance on a lot of things, but he doesn't carry through on certain areas. Like, go farther, man. Push it to the limit, baby. I mean, I think a lot of people can sometimes feel like this, because if you're in a place and you just don't feel safe, it's not a good way to live. And I think a lot of people understand that. All right, so what's happening today? If you've heard, I hadn't heard of this guy, Jake Lang. He's been in the news today because he was taken by the rioters. He said he got stabbed as well. It's kind of crazy, but I was looking at some more videos of him. He seems like he's a professional agitator himself. He puts himself in pretty dangerous situations, but this is him being like yanked bad. You see the crowd just all around him. I mean, that would be thrilling, kind of, I mean, everybody wants you that bad, but they don't really they want to kill you. They want to hurt you. But he doesn't seem like a guy that's scared. I don't think he's too worried about it. He wants to bring eyes to and attention to what is going on. I mean, he has a Bible verse in his Twitter profile or his X profile, and I'm like, yeah, I stand behind you, man. If you're a Christian, that's awesome. And so there, he being just swiped up and swooped out of there and just taking it with the crowd. And then up here, this is where he's Mario Nafal. He tweeted this: breaking, Jake Lang flees bloody and mob attack in Minneapolis after getting chased and hit during an anti-Islam protest. Jake Lang had to escape by car, bleeding from the head. The mob attacked his vehicle and tried to force their way in, and not a single cop showed up. So that's the thing. There's been all these cops that are the law enforcement there are probably useless in a lot of ways, if I'm being for real. So I think Trump needs to send in National Guard, our boys, our military, to go in and clean it up quick, fast, and in a hurry. But you got to check this out. He's in the car and they're trying to pull him out of there. And he's like, if you're ever in that situation, just freaking go. What are you doing? He's like, go, please go. And they're just like, I'll just buckle up. I don't know what the driver is doing. You don't really see the driver, but it's like, are you trying to start the car? Why aren't you going? What is the deal? Freaking go, man. It's disgusting. But I mean, I don't feel too bad for him. He put himself in that situation, and it just resembles what is going on in that specific city and that state, and because of the whole Somalian issue. The fraud that was taking place. If you're not supposed to be here, and especially if you're going to come here and you're not going to give us our due and you're going to try to rip us off, get the freak out of our country. Seriously. And I mean, I'm not saying that every Somalian person is terrible, but if you have no shame and you just want to rip off the United States, get the freak out of here, man. It reminds me 2 years ago, the movie Civil War. This is like almost exactly looking like it, Civil War. And I know this is just in these cities where I'm at. I mean, there's certain parts of this country. It doesn't feel like that at all. Sometimes it just seems like in these lefty loon cities, in Democrat-run cities, because that is what it is. I mean, if you get down to it, it's these Democrat-run cities. The Dems are so far out of here that I don't understand how you could live in good conscience and be a Democrat. Like, I mean, at this point in time, it's not to say that they've always been. Everything has just shifted so far to the extreme, which is causing people on the right, me included, to become extreme. It's like to even breathe, to even have a fighting chance, you have to become extreme. And it's not a color thing. I mean, it kind of is, but the most people that sell you out the most, it seems like, are white people. White people have they have no loyalty at all. They're the most unloyal people ever. Am I in Minneapolis? No, I'm not in Minneapolis. I'm in the Midwest, but where I'm at, it's not crazy like that. But I mean, I see where up in Minneapolis, it seems pretty insane. I'm thinking Donald Trump, he needs to step in now. Do it now. Unleash our boys. Send them in there. Clean house. Clean house. Don't let this be another 2020 where you just sit back and think it's going to take care of itself. It's not. It's not. Every city in the United States should be safe and secure. And if it's not, bring the freaking hammer down now, Mr. President. Bring it down. I mean, we need to deport like he's doing. He's sending people in, but he's not doing it like super effectively. They're not doing it super effectively. They're not. They're doing it bits and pieces. They need to bring it down harsh now. Clean house. Get people out of here that shouldn't be here. It's not to say that people, they're terrible people, but if you're here illegally, you're here illegally, and you have to go. We have to have law. We have to have order. If we don't, what kind of country are we? We're not going to last. We're going to be overrun and destroyed. Okay, another angry little white dude mad at whites exist. Cool, you are super interesting, and your mother definitely hugged you enough. That's pretty. She definitely hugged me enough. But like, what are you? Because I'm white. I'm proud to be white. I'm thankful I'm white. But that doesn't have anything to do with it. It has to do with if you're an American citizen. I care about Americans. I care about people that in this country should be. If you're here legally, you're born here. This is your nation. And if you want to, and I mean, and that almost becomes a drawing line as well. If you love this country, because so many people just grow up here and then they hate this country. And if you don't bleed blue and red, white, and blue, I mean, what are you? If you don't love this country, then leave. There's a door. You can go. You don't have to stay. I think we need to remove people that should not be here. If you want to bring poison to this country, we need to start weeding people out. Give them a paid trip, a one-way ticket to their country of choice. You don't love this country? Get out. Go somewhere else. We don't need you. We don't want you. We want people that love this country. People that, like, if we go to actual war, that we can trust on the people next to us, our neighbors. So this is NBC News, January 6th provocateur. So this sounds like he was a guy. He was in January 6th, but I believe he got pardoned. It says he was stabbed at pro-ICE Minneapolis rally. Says right-wing provocateur who was pardoned for charges tied to January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol says he was stabbed during a pro-ICE rally outside Minneapolis City Hall Saturday. So I got stabbed today in Minneapolis. Jake Lang said in a post, he seems like a crazy dude. No, I did not serve. I did not serve. I did not. But what does that have to do with anything? I mean, the people that did serve that are military, they're the best people in the world. We love our military. And I stand for with the ICE officers as well. But I'm not a person that is just diehard police. I'm not really a person that's like back the blue. I'm not like that because I know the people that are in authority and the officers, they're going to do what they're told. So if they start doing something illegally and wrong, they're going to run with it. They're going to do what's best in their best interest. So I'm not a person that just is like the police. If the law officers, they're doing everything perfect. I'm not like that, but they are doing something I think needs to happen. They're removing people that should not be here. And it can feel tough, but it's a Band-Aid that has to be ripped off. It's something that we have to clean up. It's something we have, if we want the future for our children to live in a safe environment. And it needs to be a message of uniting people. That it's not like you come here, I'm going to keep my ties of my former country or where my roots are at. You know, if you become American, be American. Love America. And if you don't, leave. Just leave. Go home. Get out of here. We don't want you. We don't need you. Leave. Donald Trump, 2 days ago, he tweeted, or he posted on Truth Social, if the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE, who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in that once great state. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And then just the other day, he posted on Truth Social, in Minneapolis, the troublemakers, agitators, and insurrectionists are, in many cases, highly paid professionals. The governor and mayor don't know what to do. They have totally lost control and are currently being rendered useless. If and when I am forced to act, it will be solved quickly and effectively. Do it now. Jesus, just roll up on the White House and get in and suck. Oh, you are serious? What? What are you, a Biden supporter? Kamala? What is true is Trump is breaking. What law is he breaking? What law? I bet you can't answer that. What law is Trump breaking by trying to do what he said he would do? By removing people that shouldn't be, get them out of here so they can come in legally. If you want to come into this country and be a citizen, because we're just watering down the message of what is to be an American citizen. It means nothing. It doesn't mean anything anymore. It's like if we allow everyone in, to not go through proper channels, and we allow the worst of the worst to be here, then what do we benefit? We're just a charity for the rest of the world. I think that is why Americans are tired and fed up, and they're reacting to this thing that's been boiling up and building up for these years. And we're going to be overrun by the other countries. It's not going to matter anymore. It's not going to matter anymore. It's not even going to matter to be an American. You know, if we're just going to be absorbed into this, to the rest of the world, that's why everybody wants to get here. Because the rest of the world is shit. It doesn't, they want the American dream. They want to be here. That's why they're doing it. If we want to keep the American dream a real and live thing, then we got to keep fighting for it. We got to come together. We don't want to just divide people for that purpose. Man, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. I think you're losing sense with reality. I don't think you have anything you stand on. I think you. What do you believe? What do you want to happen? I don't think anything at all. I think you're just. I hate Trump. That I wake up and I hate Trump. If he does that, it's wrong. If he solves world hunger, it's wrong. Everything, anything he does, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be right. It's never going to be good enough. I'm just going to drink the Kool-Aid of hating Trump, and that's all I want. And then it's like, Trump is not going to be here forever, and I understand that. He's not going to be here forever. And I wouldn't want him to be here forever. We are coming into the reign, the age of empire. Empire it's no longer just republic or democracy. We are moving into empire. And if we want to build an empire that's going to last, we can't just be overrun by the rest of the world that just wants to make us like they're destroyed in ugly countries where they're coming from. They came here for a reason. We need to keep it clean and respectable. law and order. Otherwise, there's not going to be a point to being here. Everybody's going to want to bounce out. I do appreciate you jumping in and sending your comments. And I don't mean to like just offend you or just because I'm not really a person that's really that crazy, but I think that this is a good point to stand with, that what Trump is doing, he's doing what he said he would do in the first place, and that is to clean house. I don't think he's going far enough. He's not bringing the hammer down like it seems like he has promised at times. He's made it seem like that was what he would do. He ran on those promises, and he just doesn't go far enough. He takes it to a point, he gives threats, but he never takes it to make lasting change. And I hope he is actually learning from the things that he's done in the past, that he needs to bring it all the way, not just to the edge. He needs to actually just take control and run with it. And I mean, he only has so much power. I mean, it'd be a joke to say that he is like just like any president. They're just kind of a puppet at times. They're not really like, they don't have the full iron hand that we would like sometimes our presidents to have. Sometimes it's good that if they're a terrible president, maybe we wish they wouldn't have it. But it's like if we want a country that's going to move into the phase of empire, and this is where we are going. This is where we are going. This is what's going to last. This is what's going to matter. If we want to be that, we want to be great, because taking territory in this earth besides just here, take over these other countries. And that's why we took over Venezuela. We're going into Greenland. It's just a matter of time. We need to assume Canada as well. And this hemisphere is ours. This hemisphere is ours. We have to have it. If we want it to be protected and safe, we have to. Enough of these stupid cartels and drug lords just having a heyday and making people live in just terror and dangerous times. It's disgusting. Trump needs to take us to that next level. He needs to be that stepping stone that takes us to that next level. And I think he will do that. Trump he's done so many things that are right and good. He's been the starter, the igniter of where America can go. And I'm excited to see it. I think that he needs to bring the hammer down. The Insurrection Act needs to be invoked now. Send in the troops, clean up the city, show who you are, that you're not just an empty threat, but you're actually going to make a difference, and you're going to clean house. That city is not going to be run by leftist loons, people that are just paid professionals. That's why they go there, and they're being paid to do that. And they're just coordinated just to wreak havoc for no reason, of no point, and just to leave us in deserted times that we are no longer a good and safe country. All right, we'll leave it at that. Follow me on X and Instagram at Brandon Fogel. Smash that follow button, smash that like button, and have a great rest of your weekend.